man now without a home after a fire broke out today, while fire crews say even reaching the flames was a challenge for him.
Some new figures are surprising economists, why some are now saying we are not in a recession and the economy is actually growing.
Live from KSAT 12, the news at noon starts right now.
After calls for his resignation, Texas Department of Public Safety Director Steve McCraw says he is not stepping down.
Today in Austin, some families of the Robb Elementary victims and Senator Roland Gutierrez speaking face-to-face with McCraw during a Public Safety Commission meeting.
Alicia Brera was present at that meeting, and she now joins us live from Austin. A lot of emotion in that room today, Alicia.
Yeah, these families say it's exhausting both mentally and physically. You can just imagine that they had to drive here, some overnight, some just made it in barely this morning, and having to muster up again that courage to relive how their child died and talk about the aftermath. But here's the thing, they tell me that they're absolutely not intimidated and they're not giving up. They're going to continue pressing for answers. So Senator Roland Gutierrez was the first one to take the podium this morning and asking first that the families given more than the 5 minutes that they were allotted, which the commission did allow. The families of Jackie Cázares, Lexi Rubio, and Uzaya Garcia were present today. Senator Roland Gutierrez adding that it was a small force from Uvalde, but very mighty. Jackie's uncle, Jesse Rizzo, facing Steve McCraw to tell him that even with all the resources available to him and to his staff, they have continued to spread misinformation. McCraw, well, he just nodded his head in acknowledgement and later did go on record to say their job was to stop the killing, but that did not happen, which is why families here today demanded the investigation be expedited.
Some of us believe that your director should retire for his lack of leadership. However, some of us worry that the continued retirements will only hinder the ongoing investigations. So we ask that you take urgency and responsibility and tell us where you and your departments are on the investigation and how soon we will have a complete report.
There's some other nuances in terms of the analysis being done by FBI, but bottom line is the Texas Ranger investigation will be completed by the end of the year, period.
So again, in about 2 months, we could be finding out more information. McCraw added that Uvalde County District Attorney Christina Mitchell asked him not to say anything about the criminal investigation as to not hinder possible prosecution. He also informed the families today about the ongoing investigation and really when it relates to the troopers. So today we learned that one trooper is currently in the process of termination. Another who was being investigated resigned, but they insist that they are continue looking into the inaction of those troopers on May 24th. David, Tiffany, back to you.
Thank you, Alicia. Flames destroyed a northeast side home and left one person hurt.
That fire's now out. However, as Jonathan Cotto reports, crews say they had some trouble getting to that blaze.
It was the heat of flames and heavy smoke that had the owner of this house up out of bed and looking for the quickest way out.
It woke him up. He got up, went to his kitchen, saw fire by his stove.
The man attempted to put out the flames, but the fire quickly got out of control.
So he exited the home, called the fire department.
Roughly 14 units arrived to the 14,800 block of Topperwine Road just before 4 a.m.
The fire crews got here. The front half of the home was fully involved.
Those crews were met with some challenges.
It took a while to get up the road. It's kind of a long dirt road to get up to the house. Started extinguishment. It was a bit challenging to get in because the entry was where the home was on fire. Had to make entry from the rear of the home through a window, and then we were able to extinguish the house.
And though the house remains standing, firefighters say the home is a total loss. The homeowner is an elderly man, so he was rushed to a hospital to be treated for his injuries. He is expected to be okay. Jonathan Cotto, KSAT 12 News.
Outside with live camera, we've seen some house fires, we've seen a lot of grass fires, and hopefully we'll see some rain to help with all this tomorrow.
Yes, some rain coming back into the picture, guys, as we get into tomorrow morning. That's the time frame we're watching to where we could get some showers and storms and maybe a few strong storms. Let me show you the setup right now. We have an area of low pressure up across North Texas, some surging moisture across our area, and that's bringing in more cloud cover. You'll see those clouds thicken up, especially as we get into late this evening and tonight. And it's this front that swings through tomorrow morning and brings us our chance of showers and storms. So let's look at the weather headlines. You see the partly cloudy skies outside. We had some morning clouds. Those clouds beginning to break up a little bit. Increasing clouds though this afternoon. Storms and a messy commute tomorrow morning. And then by tomorrow afternoon, clearing, windy, and cooler. If you have plans for Friday night football, know that it is going to be windy and a little blustery out there with temperatures falling off. 70 degrees right now. Dew point is at 56 and on the rise. Southeasterly winds at 8, gusting to 17 miles per hour. And as we look at the satellite picture, you see those clouds really starting to increase to our south. Again, they'll thicken up and you'll see quite a bit more cloud cover by tonight. 70 degrees at this hour, 74 Hondo, 66 out underneath some clouds in Del Rio. Mid-70s for the most part here around Bexar County. We're going to talk more about the timing and exactly what you can expect and how much rain with these storms coming up here in just a bit.
Thank you, Justin. Now to the upcoming election, one of the most watched races on the ballot here in Texas between Beto O'Rourke and Greg Abbott, both vying to be governor and hitting the campaign trail hard. Today, O'Rourke is stopping by several areas here in San Antonio, hoping to energize voters. This morning, he stopped at Brook Hollow Library and UTSA. He'll make 3 more stops before attending a Get Out the Vote rally tonight. And of course, in the race for governor, he is facing incumbent Greg Abbott, who stopped in San Antonio earlier this week. Today, Abbott is heading to Corpus Christi, Victoria, and Katy. And if you're looking for information about the election, head over to the Vote 2022 section of KSAT.com. You scan this QR code directly to that page. There you'll find a recap of the only debate between Abbott and O'Rourke, as well as polling location information, including a look at which locations are busiest.
As inflation sparks fears of a recession, there's a bit of good news today. Experts say the economy is actually growing. ABC's M. Nguyen breaks down the numbers.
The U.S. economy grew at an annual rate of 2.6% in the third quarter, better than economists expected, according to the Gross Domestic Product report out today. This new snapshot of the American economy is a sharp reversal from the last 2 quarters, where the nation's GDP shrunk 1.6% in the first quarter and 0.9% in the second quarter.
One definition of a recession is 2 back-to-back quarters of economic declines. However, the body that oversees and officially calls whether or not we're in a recession looks at additional factors.
Those factors include the jobs market, which has generated 3.8 million jobs this year, and experts say is still historically strong, as well as the unemployment rate, which sits at 3.5%, near historic lows. Consumer spending rose by 0.4%, but was down 0.1% from the previous quarter.
Look at what we were spending on. It was things like travel, hotels, experiences, not so much the things we were all buying during the pandemic.
Mortgage rates have also more than doubled in the last year, hitting 7.08%, the highest in 2 decades, with new home sales dramatically slowing. But inflation, though down from this summer, still averaging 8.2%, near 40-year highs. And after 5 consecutive interest rate hikes this year to lower inflation, the Federal Reserve is still warning those hikes could bring pain in the form of higher unemployment and possibly a recession.
Economists are predicting a recession in the next 12 months, but one that could be weak and less long than typical.
The Federal Reserve is still expected to raise interest rates another 0.75 percentage point next week. M. Nguyen, ABC News, Washington.
More affordable housing in San Antonio. That was a topic of discussion during a summit today. Part of the goal of today's event is to educate landlords on the Housing Choice Voucher program. It helps low-income households afford housing in areas where they may typically get priced out. The hope that more landlords will take part. The city says more than 86,000 people in our community are on the wait list to get help like these vouchers.
So today our hope and our goal is to recruit new landlords. The affordable housing crisis doesn't just stop in San Antonio, it's across the nation. And so our goal is to continue to recruit landlords, showing them the benefits of being a Housing Choice Voucher landlord, knowing and educating who the families we serve. We serve a large portion of older adults in the community, as well as families that may be disabled.
Several agencies and local leaders took part in today's talks, including Mayor Ron Nirenberg. The U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development says this is the first of many summits across the country.
Still coming up this half hour, the young Spurs saw their winning streak snapped last night, but they still showed a lot of heart. Andrew Seeley breaks down the positive aspects of the loss. Coming up later on in sports.
A local designer is combining culture and goodwill finds to create a fashion show at this year's Muertos Fest. His inspiration behind this project.
To celebrate the lives and memories of departed friends and family, Goodwill San Antonio is hosting its second annual Dia de los Muertos fashion show at Muertos Fest.
And one designer is combining traditions with goodwill finds.
Lots of hot glue, lots of passion and love.
For months, Agosto Cuellar has been designing and creating Day of the Dead inspired pieces.
We are taking stuff that has been donated and we repurpose it. So this one has some added extra floral roses, and then we added some spiders that we found along the way and we added some glitter to them.
The local fashion designer and Goodwill San Antonio team members' work will be shown at this year's Walk Through the Marigolds fashion show at Muertos Fest.
This is our second year with Muertos Fest, and we're going to be bringing it up a notch this time around.
Agosto created about 13 outfits, from headpieces to dresses, everything found from Goodwill stores.
We found these were just actually some little toy pieces that we found. We found the feathers, all the flowers, the actual skeleton faces, added glitter. Goodwill has given me the opportunity to do fashion with sustainable donated stuff and make something beautiful out of it.
The inspiration behind Agosto's work is family.
My grandma, Lucia, taught me to sew when I was like 3 or 4. She taught me how to thread.
As the event approaches, Agosto says this celebration is special to him.
As a kid, I remember my grandpa and my grandma building altares to people that have passed away, and the significance of what they meant, things that they loved while they were alive, things that they cherished, things that they would hold dear in their life.
The designer has a message for anyone wanting to do something similar.
Keep your passion alive. If you love what you do, keep making it happen, and I think everything kind of falls into place.
Muertos Fest starts Saturday and continues to Sunday at Hemisphere. The free event includes music, food vendors, and much more.
You can scan this QR code to see all the details, including parking tips. Remember, if you want to plan ahead, because there's about 5 events happening downtown in the area of Muertos Fest.
It's going to be very exciting. And how is the weather? That's all eyes on this weekend for that.
Yeah, Saturday is going to be a little windy, but in general, pretty nice. Just be aware that we'll see some gusts probably up around 20-25 miles per hour out of the northwest. Less wind on Sunday. You see the scene outside. Pretty nice day underway. The aquifer is down just a hair, down a 10th of a foot, 632.5. And in your pollen counts, just molds, they're low. But we'll see what happens tomorrow with some rain in the picture, some gusty winds. We'll see how the allergens react. Your forecast straight ahead.
So this storm may be great timing if it comes in tomorrow morning. We were just talking about all the things that are going on this weekend in downtown San Antonio. I don't think we need a whole lot of rain on Saturday. We'd like to have all of it on Friday and maybe Sunday or whatever after, but not Saturday. That's how it's going to time out. It really is just Friday morning. So the weekend looks fine, other than it will be windy on Saturday. I will caution you there, but expect some traffic downtown this weekend. As we go outside for you right now, we've got blue skies, partly cloudy conditions, though, and temperatures sitting at 70 degrees, dew point is at 56. We noticed earlier this number is rising. We're getting more humidity in here on southeasterly winds that are gusting close to 17 miles per hour. Cloud cover, we had some thicker clouds this morning. Those have since kind of scattered out, so partly cloudy right now. But notice at the very bottom of your screen, those are some thicker clouds, and that's that deeper humidity, deeper, thicker cloud cover that'll be working in as we get into late this afternoon and this evening. And cloud's still pretty thick as you get out towards Rock Springs and Del Rio. That's affecting temperatures there. 63 Rock Springs, 66 in Del Rio, but 70s where we're seeing more sun. 77 Pleasanton, 77 right now in Kennedy. And around Bexar County, we're seeing mid-70s here with a few 60s still for Bulverde and
Bernie Stage. Dew point trend today, yes, these numbers will be on the rise. So by this evening, it will feel a little more sticky and muggy, and that is out ahead of that storm system. And it's going to tap into some of that moisture to help produce some of those showers and storms. So our KSAT 12-hour forecast, 79 by 3 p.m. We're up close to 80 this afternoon. Clouds thicken up, and we start to add in some rain chances tonight. I know there's some Thursday night football games. I don't think the rain's going to be a big issue, but it will be breezy and it will be more humid. 72 degrees by 11 o'clock. And then we'll start to up the rain chances, especially as we get into tomorrow morning. So here is the current setup. We've got surging moisture out ahead of our low pressure system, which is already creating some snow in the higher elevations of New Mexico and Colorado. This system dives south, and as it does, we'll start to see showers and storms developing as early as midnight. Now, this is out ahead of the system, so this will be light stuff. Showers, some drizzle, could make for some wet roads. But by around 6 a.m., here comes the bigger storms that will develop along the front, initially out to our west, but they'll work their way into San Antonio by mid-morning. So 8, 9, 10 o'clock, expect some storms, and this is where we could see a few strong storms as well. By, say, noontime, these storms are starting to push east, but affecting our eastern counties. Still could see some strong storms mixed in here. And then turning windy as we get into the afternoon hours. Most of us will see about 1/4 of an inch to 1/2 inch of rain, but some places could see up to an inch with this storm system, and then maybe a few clouds working in late Friday into early Saturday, but the rain is gone. So as far as the risk for severe weather, San Antonio somewhere around a 1 out of 5, so this is low end risk, but gusty winds, some isolated hail, and we can't completely rule out the threat of a quick spin up. The bigger risk for severe weather will be just to our east, so we'll be watching that throughout tomorrow morning and into the afternoon for some of our eastern counties. Here's the bottom line. Damp morning commute tomorrow. Plan for that. Up to an inch of rain for some of us, clearing and windy Friday afternoon. And what we'll be watching for is some damaging wind gusts with these storms as they work through. We're going to be here for you tomorrow morning. We'll be putting out stuff on our weather apps. Make sure you have the app downloaded, and we'll be giving you information as these storms work their way through. But just know it could mess up your plans a little bit tomorrow morning. 76 degrees and then 73 Saturday and windy. A few clouds around. 78 Sunday. We'll go 77 for Halloween, and some small rain chances return on Tuesday.
Thanks, Justin.
Some people were like kind of shocked the Spurs actually lost a game after winning 3 in a row.
I was going to say, I don't think we expected this kind of start to the season, or at least those kind of expectations. Yeah. So it was nice to get a nice run. They're still playing a good team against the Timberwolves, and it was funny, this last loss, it was kind of like their last win flipped on its head. When we come back, the Spurs still put up a great showing in the third quarter. Plus, Zeke says he's going to play this week. We'll see if he isn't as soft as his injury says he is when we come back.
I didn't really know what to expect. I'm not sure. I didn't scout him in college the way our scouts did. So I just try to keep an open slate and watch guys and make decisions as time goes along. So I like the way he's playing, though. Doing a good job at both ends.
Rookie Jeremy Sohan continues to impress with his second straight game scoring in double digits in big board sports. Our San Antonio Spurs saw their 3-game winning streak snap last night in their second straight road game against the Timberwolves. Everything that happened in the first meeting got flipped on its head, literally. On Monday, San Antonio led 38-29 after one. On Wednesday, the T-Wolves led 38-29 after one, but the Spurs were not deterred. Even after trailing by 15 points at halftime, San Antonio pieced together a 41-point third quarter to cut their deficit down to 8 points heading into the fourth. But it just wasn't quite enough to pull off the comeback in a 134-122 loss. All 5 Spurs starters finished in double figures, led by Keldon Johnson's 27. And remember, San Antonio was without Devin Vassell and Joshua Primo. Factoring all that in, how do they feel about the way that they played?
Devin's a enormous piece of our team. Primo is another huge piece of our team. So, without those 2 guys, things look a little different. But it's next man up, and I'm proud of how everybody competed. The Timberwolves are a tough matchup for any team. So, especially coming in here short is not easy. But I think we competed for 48. So I'm proud of the guys.
We were very solid in the third quarter. We were down 15. They cut it in half, only had 2 turnovers. And that says a lot about the group's character. They just keep on pushing and, gave themselves an opportunity.
Next up, the Spurs return home and take a brief break from facing Minnesota to take on the Bulls tomorrow at 7:30 p.m.
Pro football coverage, powered by Davis Law Firm.
Reports indicate the Cowboys running back Ezekiel Elliott suffered a torn MCL and a thigh bruise during Dallas's 24-6 victory over the Lions last Sunday. Zeke was still at practice yesterday, just not a full go like usual. There's a fairly significant chance he could miss this week's matchup against the Chicago Bears, but Zeke doesn't like that idea. If he has his way, he'll be out on the field on Sunday. And the way he says it, he's currently taking things day to day to figure things out. So why risk further injury?
I think it's just mentality. I believe, my team needs me out there. I think the pain is temporary. And I need to be out there with my guys, so that's the priority. I'm not going to take a game off because I don't feel 100%. I think that's soft.
His words, Cowboys host the Bears Sunday at noon. We'll see if Zeke suits up. And how about this? Yesterday afternoon, Roadrunner senior Alfitu Maka was surprised with the news that he was one of 15 finalists for the National Football Foundation's Campbell Trophy, known colloquially as the Academic Heisman. Maka and his fellow finalists will be flown out to the Bellagio in Vegas for the awards banquet on December 6th. I know we like to praise UTSA for everything they're doing on the field. It's nice to see them get this kind of recognition off of it.
That is awesome.
That is cool.
Yeah. Little time in the classroom as well as watching your film. Is that what that is?
Hey, it's worth it if you get to go to Vegas occasionally, right?
Yeah.
Thanks, Andrew. Warnings about a potential winter surge in COVID-19 cases have done little to encourage more Americans to roll up their sleeves and get the updated booster shot. Why that's causing some concern this fall and winter.
And more than 300,000 immigrants are at risk of being deported. It all stems from a lawsuit filed 4 years ago.
Police say a gunman's parents are cooperating after a deadly shooting at a St. Louis high school.
ABC's Rita Roy tells us those parents say their son is dealing with mental health issues and they've tried to get him help in the past.
New details in the deadly high school shooting in St. Louis. Police say the family did what they could to get 19-year-old gunman Orlando Harris the mental health help he needed. Just this month, his mother worked with police to take away his gun.
She is heartbroken for the families of this incident, for the school.
Police visited the home on October 15th, but determined Harris possessed it legally. Instead, a third party removed it from Harris's home. But investigators say somehow Harris got that same AR-15 style rifle back. Authorities believe he used it in the attack Monday.
They contacted us and said that he had a firearm. I believe it could have possibly been this gun. The officers in their response handed it over to somebody else, an adult who was lawfully able to possess it.
15-year-old sophomore Alexandria Bell and health teacher Jean Kushka were killed in the rampage at Central Visual and Performing Arts High School.
My mom was my best friend. I think we're all still in shock, and I think it brings a peace of mind hearing all of these stories from her students and to know how much she was loved.
Authorities believe the gunman targeted his former school. Police finding a chilling handwritten note left in his car. The 19-year-old writing that he felt isolated and disconnected from the school community. His family had him committed several times to a psychiatric facility and monitored his mail.
The family is fully cooperative. They're also heartbroken over this incident. They've done everything that they could possibly have done, but sometimes it's not enough.
Authorities say school doors were locked and there were 7 security officers at the school when the gunman arrived. They won't specify how he got in, but say he somehow forced his way into the building. Rena Roy, ABC News, New York.
Human remains were just found in Lake Mead in Nevada again. It's at least the 6th discovery this year. A couple weeks ago, a diver found what appeared to be a human bone in the lake. So the next day, the park searched that area and found more human remains. The coroner's office is trying to figure out whether the bones belong to the same person or different people. Lake Mead is the largest reservoir in the country, stretching out between Nevada and Arizona. But its water levels have been dropping because of the drought parching the region. As the shorelines recede, people are finding everything from human remains to a World War II era landing craft.
Hundreds of thousands of immigrants in the U.S. may be in legal limbo after settlement talks fell apart between attorneys and the Biden administration. The case stems from a 2018 lawsuit against the Trump administration. Temporary protected status protects migrants from several countries that have been hit by dire conditions. The Trump administration moved to end protections for the majority of immigrants under the program, arguing the initial conditions aren't there anymore. Attorneys say unless there's action by the court or the Biden administration, 337,000 immigrants could lose status and be deported.
These days, everything is more expensive. However, the price tag on employer-backed health care premiums held relatively flat. According to the Kaiser Family Foundation, job-sponsored policies cost $22,500 in 2022. Employees foot the bill for just over $6,000 of that. That's roughly the same as it was in 2021. Premium growth fell behind the boosting from inflation and wages because coverage costs are usually set months in advance. In this case, they were put into place before this round of inflation started, but this trend is not expected to continue in 2023. Other recent surveys show that premiums and out-of-pocket expenses are likely to rise sometime after New Year's.
Seems like fewer people are lining up to get COVID-19 boosters. CNN's Mandy Gaither has a look at the numbers and why they're fueling concerns for the fall and winter.
3 viruses spreading at the same time in the U.S. flu, RSV, and COVID-19.
The good news here is that we're not powerless against this. For 2 of them, we have very high quality vaccines.
But as of last week, the Biden administration said only about 20 million people, less than 10% of the population ages 5 and up, had gotten the updated booster dose, which protects against the original coronavirus strain, as well as the Omicron subvariants BA4 and BA5. The numbers show declining booster interest even in U.S. seniors who are more likely to have been vaccinated against COVID-19 than any other age group.
The first and most important thing people can do is go out and get vaccinated, because that will keep people, kids, adults, everybody out of the hospital at very high rates.
2 early studies suggest the updated booster shots work about as well against BA4 and BA5 as the original boosters they replace, suggesting our bodies have been well trained to fight the original virus, and the additional shots mostly reinforce that response.
The new vaccines keep up. I suspect that there may be another vaccine next fall. But we're getting into a tempo where for a majority of people, it's going to be a once-a-year updated vaccine.
But concern is rising about a potential surge in COVID cases this winter if people don't heed warnings to get their updated booster shots. For Health Minute, I'm Mandy Gaither.
A look outside with live cam, 73 degrees, and this weekend it's going to be a fun-filled weekend. Lots of events, David.
Lots of events. We'll talk about those in just a second. Just a list.
So much going on. So much going on. We got Halloween to think about, right?
Yes.
Kiddos are getting excited.
Oh, yeah? Really? Forgot about
that. That's going on, too. We've got so many pictures coming down on our KSAT Connect of this time pets getting dressed up. It's been fun to see this morning. This is Joy Marie. She doesn't want to be a ladybug. That's cute, right? Love these. Please send in more. KSAT Connect. And also, we want to see what you see tomorrow morning safely. If you see weather or you see damage or something like that, you can send it in via KSAT Connect. It always helps us to see what's going on around the area. Friday morning, we're going to see some commute issues, I'm afraid. Wet roads, there could be some delays, something to keep in mind as you plan out your morning tomorrow. The evening commute should be fine. It'll be clear and dry, just a little windy. And for Friday Night Football, same story, breezy and cool, so plan accordingly. Gusty winds, you'll probably want a jacket or a blanket to take with you if you head out to some of those games tomorrow night. Wind gusts right now, gusting to 18, 23 there around Kerrville, 17 Bandera. So a little breezy today, not necessarily windy, but we will see some gusts out of the south in this case, anywhere from 15 to maybe 25 miles per hour. KSAT 12-hour forecast, 77 degrees at 2 o'clock, 79 3 p.m. We'll see increasing clouds. It becomes mostly cloudy this evening, 10% chance at 7 p.m. We will bring in some small rain chances, especially as we get in around midnight. It's going to be more in the form of some drizzle and light rain. It's tomorrow morning again when those storms start to erupt along that front. We could see a couple strong storms mixed in there and maybe some pockets of heavy rain. We'll look at that and the drought monitor's out. We have the latest there here in just a few minutes.
Thank you, Justin. Many people expected a rematch between San Antonio and San Diego in the USL semifinals, but instead, SAFC is going to face Oakland, the Roots SC. Andrew Seeley previews tomorrow's big matchup coming up.
KSAT 12 presents another Day of the Dead story, Building the Ofrenda.
Ofrenda means offering, and on November 1st, these altars welcome back our loved ones to the world of the living. They're built with many pieces and parts, and each of them has a specific purpose. Fire is one of nature's 4 elements, so candles are very important for any ofrenda. The glow of the candle is believed to help guide back the spirits to the world of the living. Placed along the altar's bottom level or entrance, they create a welcoming path for your loved one. More are usually placed around the altar to not only illuminate, but to honor the souls of the forgotten. Maybe a great tia that you never knew wants to pay you a visit. But don't burn the house down, so keep one of these around.
Like it.
After 36 drawings in a row with no grand prize winner, the Powerball jackpot now stands at $800 million.
No ticket matched all 6 numbers in Wednesday's drawing, which was estimated at only $700 million. The cash value of the prize is now nearly $384 million. It would be the second largest prize in Powerball history.
The biggest of all time was $1.586 billion in January 2016. The next drawing is on Saturday.
Win that, baby. You can afford to go to all those events this weekend.
Every single one of them.
Some of them are free. Elton John front row tickets, Dia de los Muertos, the other Dia de los Muertos. There's one going across the street. There's like a music fest. There's what else? The Comic-Con. There's a tasting of wine and food. Man, oh
and all the
keep up with
events are on KSAT.
Yeah, they are. You can check it out.
Yeah.
And as we've been saying, the weekend forecast really looks pretty good, other than it will be a little windy on Saturday. So far today, 70 degrees. The low is 52. It was a great morning. We'll see temperatures get right around average this afternoon, but tomorrow below average, and we may get to add to some of our rainfall totals, which we need so badly. We take a look at that forecast coming up.
I know we keep talking about all the stuff going on Saturday, but we got to make it through tomorrow first. This could be an interesting morning. We got to make it through today first. We can go to bed tonight, then we can worry about tomorrow morning.
One step at a time. One step at a time. Yeah, tomorrow is good because we got some rain in the forecast and we can use some rain. The only thing we're going to have to watch out for are a couple strong storms and some gusty winds. Hopefully it is just rain. We can get some good heavy rain in here in spots, and we can help ease the drought a little bit. This is not going to erase the drought. That's just not going to happen. We have such a huge hole to dig out of. And the latest drought monitor, which came out today, does show basically what we've seen last week. We're kind of treading water here, so to speak. Not much has changed, but we know where the worst of the drought has been and where it is currently. And that's Canyon Lake down in New Braunfels and northeastern parts of San Antonio. But starting to see some severe drought build back in across the west. Areas that have seen some rain, at least over the last couple months, but we could still use a lot more. A little closer look there at that exceptional drought. New Braunfels, Seguin, Converse, Northeast San Antonio, San Marcos, Canyon Lake. These are areas that desperately need the rain. I mean, we all need it, but that's been one of the hardest hit places. And Medina Lake, it's still falling, but not as quickly as it was over the summer, down to 7.1% full, down 78 feet. So here's why I think we see some rain. It's this system here, which will be digging south. This front will come through by tomorrow morning, give us the lift we need to get showers and storms going. There is some cooler air behind this. This is not a terribly strong cold front in the sense that it's going to get very cold, but we will get some cooler air by Friday into Saturday. You see the temperatures across the state right now. A little cooler in Amarillo, 60 there, but very warm down in the valley, 85 in Brownsville, 71 Waco, 74 right now in Houston. And you look at some of the cooler air behind that front, it's in the 40s. Salt Lake City, 34 in Denver. So yes, it is a little bit cooler. Outside right now, we've got partly cloudy skies, 74 at the airport, 74 Stinson, 73 over at Randolph, and a pretty stout southeasterly wind. So that is what is drawing in some of the higher moisture levels and higher dew points. Our forecast today, 77 at 2 o'clock. We're up around 80 for a high, and then clouds start to thicken up. We added some rain chances tonight, about a 30% chance at 11 o'clock, 30% chance at midnight. And those rain chances go even higher as we get into tomorrow morning. So here's a look at 6 p.m. this evening. Front starting to move in across parts of West Texas. By midnight, we're starting to see some light showers, some drizzle develop, so we could see some wet roads as early as midnight. And then by tomorrow morning, this is 6 a.m., storms begin to develop out west. We've got light showers around San Antonio, and then these storms work east towards town by mid-morning. So 9, 10, maybe 11 o'clock. And this is when we could see some of the stronger storms before they push east by midday. And then by 3 p.m., the storms are out of the area. We've got gusty winds. Most of us are going to see about 1/4 inch to 1/2 inch, but some up around an inch, maybe a little bit more. This is a little better than the last system that came through. I think the rainfall totals will be a little bit higher. Those winds stick with us Friday night into Saturday morning and through the day on Saturday. Tomorrow, our forecast looks like this: 60% chance of rain, 6 a.m. through 10 a.m. Some strong storms mixed in there. Hail, gusty winds. Really, gusty winds are the main threat, but we could see a few places, a few storms that could produce some hail. We'll have to watch for a few spin-ups, too. I think that'll be rare, but it is a possibility. Windy again tomorrow. Temperatures make it into the mid-70s. Bottom line, damp morning commute. Clearing and windy by Friday afternoon, and we'll be watching for some of those stronger storms with wind gusts possible with the stronger cells. 76 Friday, 73 Saturday, 78 Sunday, 77 for Halloween, partly cloudy skies, and another small chance of rain on Tuesday.
Starting tomorrow really early, GMSA is going to have all the latest on the traffic and the weather with all these developments.
Mike Ostrich will be all over it. We'll be with you on the KSAT weather app and again at GMSA at 9 to give you all the weather coverage you need.
Thanks, Justin.
Yep.
So tomorrow night, the rain's gone, but the wind is there. It'll be interesting to see how wind affects a soccer ball.
Yeah, seriously. And considering the style of play that San Antonio FC has, where basically one goal can determine a match, especially against an upstart team in the playoffs. They're not taking on San Diego. They're taking on the 7th seed. When we come back, we'll talk with San Antonio FC about the challenge that presents. Plus, there will be history made at UIL State in San Antonio this weekend. We got those details next. Top-seeded San Antonio FC will open their USL Championship playoff run tomorrow night at Toyota Field. And it's been a few weeks since the starters saw significant playing time, and there are certainly questions about maintaining an edge and momentum. But the fact is that SAFC is fully rested and healthy coming off of their bye week. Most people thought San Antonio would draw a rematch with their rival, second-seeded San Diego Loyal. Instead, they'll face 7th-seeded Oakland Roots SC, who upended San Diego in the quarterfinal 3-0. The two played twice this season, with San Antonio earning a 1-1 draw at home and then defeating Oakland on the road back in early September 2-0. What's the team's thoughts on facing Oakland in the semis?
Oakland overall, they're a good team, and it doesn't matter that they finished 7th place in our conference. They just beat the 2nd place team, so obviously that's a team you got to respect. So
we've been really consistent with our mentality and our mindset from week 1. So going into this week, it's business as usual, and we're playing this team great. We're playing a different team great. The game plan is going to be maybe a little modified, but same objective regardless of the team.
Here is the matchup. San Antonio kicks off the Western Conference semifinal tomorrow at 7:30 p.m. at Toyota Field. Be there and be loud. This Saturday at the first ever UIL State Water Bottle Polo Tournament, and will be held right here in San Antonio. The Alamo City is well represented by the Brandeis girls and Bernie Champion boys. The Chargers went 15-0 this season and cruised through the majority of their playoff run before taking down Clark 16-13 in a hard-fought regional final. That was their closest match of the year. The team got back to work practicing early in the morning yesterday, even in outdoors and cold temperatures, to prepare for this week. When did they know they had something special going on this year?
I think after we played the first round of district and we beat all the teams, we were like, wow, we might actually have a shot. And then second time came around, we beat them again, and we just kept on winning. us being able to take it and win and be the team representing us, I think it's for the best for San Antonio, and I think we have a real good chance at winning.
The Chargers are no strangers to playing 2 matches in the same day, but this time there's a chance they could play 2 games in 7 hours against the best competition the state has to offer. How do they prepare mentally for that challenge?
It's all tough, so really it'll be play the first game and give it 100%, and then hope that you can kind of regain that momentum to give another 100% out there. So it's been a unique situation because you never want to overlook an opponent, but you also want to prepare in case that second game happens. And so really it's a matter of prepping for Richmond Foster for the first game, and if we play for the championship, then we just kind of got to hope that the preparation carries over.
Here is the state schedule. The Chargers will hit the water for the second semifinal against Richmond Foster starting at 1:30 p.m. on Saturday at Josh Davis Natatorium. And on the girls' side, Brandeis hops in to face Clute Brazoswood earlier that morning at 10:30 a.m. One more note here. The first UIL state tournament this year wrapped up today at College Station. Team tennis in Class 4A, Bernie came up just short of the title, falling to Canyon Randall 10-8 in the championship round. They finished with a 20-3 overall record, and this is their second silver medal in the last 3 years.
Thank you, Andrew. Usually it's Mike and Fiona hosting SA Live. Not today.
Thing 1 and thing 2. Mm-hmm.
Need we say more?
Need we say more? And
yeah. We, of course, are dressed up for Halloween, but we've got a very important event to tell you about that's going to be coming up. It is Women in Policing. And not only is SAPD recruiting women for police, but also at this event you can learn some very important safety techniques for women, as Fabiano is demonstrating there on Officer Nick Solis. And there's a lot more that you can learn at this event.
And, of course, the countdown to Halloween. Well, it is just ticking by the hour, isn't it? And Marcy Anguiano, owner of a special is joining us, and a special candle with a haunting kind of special scent is what you can provide, right?
Yes, absolutely. So we're going to do something fun here. We got some cinnamon and vanilla, as well as some pear, and this is a vessel that we're using as well.
And great sense about all of the missions around town as well. Don't forget, Muertos Fest is coming up this weekend, and we've got one of the vendors that is going to be there. Some great stuff.
Yes, we're going to preview some of that beautiful artwork. All that and more when SA Live continues in just a few minutes.
All right, welcome back. Right now we're sitting at 75 degrees. We'll see those temperatures eventually make their way up to around 80 this afternoon, and the computer here is frozen, so I can't give you the 7-day forecast. But you can trust me on this one. We're going to see some showers and storms tomorrow, and we could see a couple strong storms. We'll be here tomorrow morning and let you know how this all unfolds. KSAT weather app, great to have with you tomorrow morning because we'll send updates that way as well, guys.
All right. As usual, we're going different places. Today we're going to Whoville, apparently. Is it Whoville? Is that where the thing hangs out? Whoville? I'm not sure if I got the wrong Dr. Seuss book. I don't know. I get my Dr. Seuss books mixed up.
It's okay. It's spooky season.
There you go. SA Live starts right
now.
Celebrate San Antonio. Coming to you live from historic Market Square. This is SA Live.
Oh, hello and happy Thursday. That is Jiu-Jitsu champion Fabiano Borges. We'll be checking out some more moves later in the show.
And as we talked about, it's all about a Women in Policing event that's going to be coming up. All right, good afternoon, everyone. It's hard to be serious when I look like this. I am Thing 1.
And I am Thing 2 alongside Thing 1. Okay, and once again, we want to say a big thank you to Lydia with Bell of Balloons for decorating our SA Live set.
This is absolutely gorgeous. And also a big thank you to Rhonda Clark over there at Spirit Halloween for hooking us up with all of these fun costumes all week long. And we have noticed, other than the wig and the gloves, the little onesie's really comfortable.
I want to do onesie week on the show, where we just wear onesies every day. They're ridiculously comfortable. All right, Halloween, of course, just days, minutes, hours away. And what better way to make your home warm and inviting, maybe a little spooky, than a special candle with a hauntingly special story behind it.
And joining us right now is Marcy Angao, who is the owner of Fragrance Guru, I should say, of Mission Crafts Chandlery, to show us some of her candles that are uniquely San Antonio. Welcome.
Thank you for having me. You all look adorable, by the way. I just love this look, and extra bonus for it being comfortable. But yeah, we have something really fun. I made a scent just for this segment, so it's called Mad for Media, and we did this cute little glassware here, which we selected from our pour bar. So Mission Crafts Chandlery has a pour bar. You can go in anytime we're open and make your own candles with 24 fragrances to select from. Wow. And what we did here is we did some vanilla and some pear, very seasonal for fall. And then we combined it with some cinnamon. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pour that for you. Okay. But that is what we're most known for, is our candle pour bar, the first one in San Antonio.
And when folks come in and they want to kind of pick their scents that go together, there's some steps to follow, right?
That is correct. They will get all of the tools that they need plus the instruction, but honestly, there's no real rhyme or reason to creating your own fragrance. It's all based on personality. I think that's why scent is so personal to people. You can create anything beautiful. There's no wrong combination. But
So what's the first scent they pick? Because there's a base scent, right?
That is correct. So there's a base, and our instructions that they received will walk them through that. So we actually encouraged by the Michael Edwards formula, which he's considered the modern father of perfumery. So he has a directory he wrote with over 1,000 fragrance combinations. So when they come in, they'll get a guide on, it almost looks like a color wheel.
Interesting. Now, as far as fragrances, you also have some that are uniquely San Antonio.
That is correct. So we are most known for our Heritage Collection, and then also our San Antonio Urban Legends, which is super fun. We have La Llorona, Donkey Lady Bridge, and then we have Ghost Tracks. And I think most San Antonians know what that is. I can say I'm from the RGV, so when I first moved up here, it was almost like initiation, because I moved up in the fall to go to UTSA, go Runners. And my friends took me to these places, and it scared the bejesus out of me. And I didn't even know about it, but I think it's become such a staple for our culture here.
And I love the second lines on there. Smells like a mother's regret, smells like hooves on wood, and smells like a screeching train.
Absolutely.
I don't know what that smells like, but light that candle and you will find out.
Absolutely.
The other interesting thing is the mission series that you have here.
Yes, that is our signature collection. It's what we're most known for. So Mission Crafts designed a fragrance based on our interpretation of what the missions would smell like if they were people, so they each have their own personality.
So what would be something that a mission would smell like?
So for example, Alamo, which is our top seller, and this gift set is a great gift for any occasion. Alamo has some notes of amaretto in it, leather, you get some firewood in there, and we were inspired by the Fandango before the Alamo, so the soldiers out there in the plains of Texas, kind of small batch whiskey right before a major battle happened, so that was our inspiration.
I love this one too.
Yes, Conception is actually our top seller, second to Alamo, and that has gardenia, lily of the valley, tuberose, all white flowers to symbolize the purity of the Immaculate Conception.
Wow.
And they're fun because they all have the story on the back of the mission too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That is such a great gift.
Great gift.
Absolutely.
And you have candle parties going on
we
too,
do.
Right?
So in our chandlery, you can book exclusive parties. So if you're doing a bachelorette or just because or a team building, you can rent our classroom. You tell us the theme, and then I create the whole curriculum around your activity. Or you can come in for one of our candle making parties, which happen once a month. We just did our Velas de los Muertos last Friday, and they're always sold out. So our next one is Oh My Gourd on November 18th.
And Chandlery was the house next to the big house where they made the candles way back when.
That is correct. Yes, absolutely.
All right, well, you can find Mission Craft Chandlery in their brand new location at 1010 South Florida Street, Suite 106.
And for more information on Mission Crafts Chandlery, just head to SALive.com, click on the As Seen on SA Live tab, where we provide a link, or just scan that QR code on your screen.
All right, this weekend, last chance to carve the pumpkin. Nothing more fun than taking the lid off and sticking your hand in all the pumpkin guts and the great smell when you get a candle in there. Anyway, have you decorated your pumpkins yet? Your jack-o'-lanterns, I should say.
Yes. Sloan painted hers like a dark green, and she stuck on those, those like plastic like monster eyes and monster, and then stuck in the arms.
She doesn't stick her hands down in the pumpkin guts and get the seeds out and roast them and everything?
No, she wanted to paint it.
Ah, okay.
Also because I suggested that. And she
Go
said, yeah, that's
there.
awesome. Have you done any of your jack-o'-lanterns?
I have not done carving pumpkins. Sorry. Just an idea.
Right. So let us know. We'd love to see those Halloween pumpkin pictures at SA Live KSAT on Facebook and Twitter, and you might see those a little later in the show.
All right, along with carving a pumpkin, warm drinks can soothe the soul this time of year. And if you're ever in the Helotes area, you want to try this Texas ground coffee.
Our Java Jen takes us to their newest location for some of their go-to fall drinks.
We are at Texas Grounds Coffee Company getting a taste of their seasonal flavors. Let's go inside and see what's brewing. And I'm here with Philip, the co-owner here at Texas Grounds
Hello.
Coffee Co. And we're getting a taste of fall. We're here in September. We're back out here now, and you're going to make us 3 drinks for the season, right? What are you making?
Absolutely. Okay, so this is going to be absolutely delicious. We have our pumpkin spice because that is always a favorite. We have our white pumpkin, and we're going to do a cinnamon dolce. So let's get started.
All right. Which one are you making first?
Well, why don't we go ahead and make the pumpkin spice since that's everyone's favorite.
Sure.
So the first thing I'm going to do is put in this delicious prepped pumpkin spice. I'm going to put a little extra because everyone loves that. And then I'm going to pull a shot of espresso. So what we have is this finely ground espresso bean, which we roast here on site. It's actually roasting right now as we speak. Oh my goodness, that is amazing crema right there. So now the crema is the delicious part of the coffee that's coming out of the top there.
And you guys have different kinds of milk available, right?
Absolutely, we have all different types. We have oat, almond, coconut, heavy whip, half and half. And then I'm gonna make a beautiful little heart for y'all.
Oh, that's so pretty.
The next one is gonna be our cinnamon dolce. This is a favorite. So we're gonna add the vanilla right here. And then we're gonna go ahead and put in the cinnamon dolce. This is the magical mix that we put in. So while that is going, we're gonna go ahead and steam the milk. And for this one, I'm gonna go and put whipped cream on top because that is always a favorite. This is the cinnamon dolce. And even though we're covering it with whipped cream, we always put love inside, so. And then we're just going to garnish that with a little cinnamon here. This last drink we're doing is the white pumpkin. The first thing we do is we're gonna add this white chocolate in here. Delicious. And then I'm gonna put a little bit of more razzle-dazzle in here. The pumpkin spice, there we go. And we're gonna see this beautiful crema come out of the side. And that's beautiful right there, but what we wanna do is stir that all in. And then what I'm gonna do is add the ice. Then I'm going to add the milk. Absolutely beautiful. And then stir that in. And it's always important to accessorize with whipped cream.
Yes.
You got to accessorize every outfit, you got to accessorize every drink. Delicious. And that is our white pumpkin.
Okay, Philip, you mentioned how you roast your own beans here, also at the other location in Old Town Helotes. This machine looks fancy. Tell me about it.
Oh yeah, this is our beauty here. This is our beauty here. So like we said earlier, we roast every single day. So whatever you're drinking today was either roasted today or last night. So that's one unique thing that we do. Right here you can see how you hear that audible crack. That's called first crack. Coffee actually pops like popcorn does in other bites. So right now, in just a second, it's telling you that we're going to need to do it.
It's time, y'all.
So
okay.
It's time. It's happening. So we're going to go ahead and do this.
Here we go. Oh, so satisfying. We got a sample of 3 of the seasonal drinks here at Texas Ground Coffee Co. And I'm joined now by Sarah, our intern. She's going to help me taste test, right?
Yes.
Which one do you have?
I have the white pumpkin iced latte.
All right, so go ahead and give that a try. And then she's going to tell us how that tastes.
It tastes super good. It tastes like fall.
It tastes like fall. That's all we need, right? Don't forget they have a drive-thru here at this location. Their other location is in Old Town Helotes. While I try this, where can people go for more information?
Yeah, so they can go to SALive.com and click on the As Seen on the SA Live tab.
All right, thank you so much. Cheers, Sarah.
Cheers.
Love little places like that.
Right. Now, don't forget, all first responders and veterans or active duty military get discounts on their orders.
I'm just going through the emotions. Nearly going.
When SA Live continues with an original song from Texas country artist Dustin De La Garza.
And we have a Muertos Fest art vendor joining us ahead of the event to show us what kind of talent you can expect to find at this San Antonio Staple Festival.